beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I am so happy to see you today. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. It is Monday, so we are at the top of the week. I hope you guys have a great week. Let me know if you have anything fun planned for this week or just anything interesting going on that you'd like to share. I had a pretty good weekend. It was pretty much uneventful. If you guys might have seen my community tab, I did attempt to go to the dollar store and do a little yarn haul, but I went to the two Dollar Trees that we have locally, and neither of them had not only the new yarn, but just yarn in general. So that was kind of a bust. There was like literally between the two stores like 4 skeins of yarn, and they were all just the red like eyelash yarn. And that was it. That's all they had. So that was a bust, but you know, I attempted to. But I did get some like foam hair curlers while I was there, like the roller kind. I think I left them in the other room, or I would show them to you, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. The kind that you like curl around your hair and then you like fold them. Like they have like kind of wire in them, where they can be like folded, you know? Not the like foam ones with the little plastic thing on them. Like I said, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will try to remember to pop a picture up over here, but no promises. But they have them at the dollar store, they have them at Walmart, they have them at a bunch of places, and I've been wanting to try those in amigurumi as like a replacement for, or an option instead of wire, or as neck stabilizer. So there's like kind of a couple things I want to try them as, and I will definitely let you guys know how that works. If it does work, that could be a really nice option, because I don't know about you guys, but wire is so finicky in amigurumi. Like, I don't like to use it, but sometimes you need to use it. So it would be a pretty cool option where I wouldn't be so worried about it poking through, and I don't know, you know, it's kind of got its own little padding to it, so it would be like stuffed feeling already even before I put any stuffing in it. I think that would be even better for like skinnier things, like say arms. I might be able to use it as my stuffing and my wire, versus trying to put the wire in there and trying to get the stuffing like, you know, evenly dispersed around it and everything. I think it could just be a lot easier. And I think it would make a great neck stabilizer. This is not my idea, by the way. I've seen a lot of people use them in amigurumi, or not, I don't know about a lot of people. I don't really know exactly where I saw it, but I've seen it a few times, and it's been in the back of my mind as something I wanted to try. And now I just, you know, was at the Dollar Tree and I remembered to get some. So I will let you guys know how that goes. But regardless, I have something that I worked on over the weekend that is kind of a UFO, or like an unfinished object, if you guys have never heard the term UFO. It was last year's Luck of the Draw. If you've been here for a little bit, you might remember Luck of the Draw. It was a weekly thing. It's a collab that like a lot of people were doing, where every week a channel would draw a number. It's Nan's Next Knots, by the way, if you would like to like go back and watch her old videos and do it. She would draw like a number from a hat, and you had like your own colors that you set to each number, and then like most people would do like a blanket or something like that. And so when that number was pulled, they would know, okay, 3 was pulled, my number or my color for 3 is yellow, so they would do a row of yellow in their blanket, or whatever project you wanted to do. Most people do blankets, but I wanted to do Freeform Crochet. So what I did was every time she drew a number, I had colors coordinated to those or assigned to those, and then I would make a scrumble in that color theme. Well, I did this for the whole of Luck of the Draw, and then I was like, I'm gonna make a shawl. But I don't know. I don't really know why I picked a shawl. I'm not like in love with the idea of a shawl in the first place for it. For this particular type of project, I don't know. Anyway, about it, I said I was gonna make a shawl for some reason, and I've just very, very slowly worked on putting them together, but like recently I was like much more driven to actually put them together, and I actually took them apart when I picked it back up again, because I didn't like the way I had connected them. So I actually finished putting them all together now, and this project is not done because all of the Luck of the Draw scrumbles are now finally connected, but I think I want to go like maybe like a little throw blanket or something, or, you know, just something that I will hang on the wall or, you know, put over a chair or something like that. So here's what I've got so far. Is this the front? No, this is the back. I'm pretty sure this is the back. Yes, I'm showing you guys the back. This is the front. So here's what I've got so far. Most of my tails are woven in. There's a few that aren't. But I did connect together all of my scrumbles, and it's not big enough to like be a shawl even, but it's not big enough to be like a blanket or a throw or like, I don't know, a tapestry or whatever. But here's what it looks like. And if you guys are interested in seeing like what went into each of these scrumbles, I will link the playlist for my Luck of the Draw or my Freeform Crochet. I can't remember what I called the playlist. I think it might have been Freeform Crochet. It might have been Luck of the Draw, but I'll link it in the description box because I actually did a weekly video about each of these scrumbles. So like every week I made a scrumble and I would talk about like what went into it. Sometimes I would film me making it. Whatever. So you guys, if you are interested in Freeform Crochet and you want to watch the videos that went along with these, I will link it and you can go back and watch those. This is really difficult to show, but it's mostly just a long piece. So this is what it looks like. So basically, if you don't know what Freeform Crochet is, it's just where you do whatever you want. You can do like whatever you want, where like you're not really trying to make a specific shape. You're not necessarily trying to do certain stitches or, you know, anything like that. You can, you know, aim to make a specific shape or aim to do certain stitches or whatever. But like the idea is just kind of to like do whatever. I don't know. I'm not feeling like super well at explaining this, super good at explaining this right now. But like I didn't always have a goal for the shape, but sometimes I did. Or like I would get inspired by the colors. Like this one looks like a seashell. This one looks like a seashell, like a nautilus or something. This one reminded me of an avocado. This green one, although now that it's got like a border on it and everything in here, I feel like it looks a little bit less like an avocado, but you know, you get the idea. And there's like this flower one. This one I literally just made a flower and used it as the center of my scrumble, and then like just did random stuff around it, like kind of spiraling around it. I wanted to use all different weights of yarns, all different textures of yarns. This was specifically how I did my Freeform Crochet. It's different based on who you are and what you're trying to do. I even put a button on this one. So yeah, that was kind of the gist of mine. This one was another one with a flower, and I put leaves on it, and then I put like, I just made like a random shape and made it into this scrumble. So yeah, that's, you'll notice that a lot of them have really specific color schemes, and that is because it would be like green would be my color or yellow would be my color or whatever. And I wasn't like hard and fast about the yarn. Like you'll notice, for example, like these yellow yarns also have flecks of other colors in them. And then like, of course, I used multiple shades of colors. I actually tried to incorporate like 3 or 4 colors of yarn of each shade in minimum. And like if I could, I did try to incorporate other textures and different weights of yarn. So like, for example, this is like a 2-weight, I believe, this yarn right here. And then this is a 3-weight, this is a 4-weight, this is chenille yarn, and I did bobble stitches. But yeah, so that was kind of the gist of what I did for my Freeform Crochet. It's really fun. I had a lot of fun making them, but it was my first time doing Freeform Crochet. Obviously, I made quite a few scrumbles by the end of it, so I got like more and more comfortable with it and really just tried to not hold myself to any type of expectation, and just like really let myself just just do it. Just sit down and crochet it and not put a lot of pressure on it, because if you're somebody like me, you might overthink it, and I do overthink a lot. So I like the Freeform Crochet, at least the way that I do it. Like I said, other people might plan theirs out more, but I really didn't plan mine out. I would just pick the yarns and kind of have at it and not let myself overthink it, because once I start overthinking it, it's not, in my mind, it's not really as Freeform Crochet. And then same for connecting these together. And this is where I had the issue of connecting these together. I was overthinking it, like really bad. I kept trying to lay everything out. I kept trying to plan it. I was really struggling because these shapes are all weird shapes. They don't fit together in, you know, in pretty little boxes and make squares and things like that. And I was really struggling with how to put them together. I wanted them to line up perfectly. I was making a lot of filler to like fill in the gaps and stuff. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to put them together. And that's what I ended up doing for this. I didn't end up planning it out. I just put them together, and I'm like, wow, I should have just done that from the get-go. That's literally all I had to do, was just put them together. I like it better than where I was overthinking it. This end over here is where I was really overthinking it, and I was just doing a lot of border, trying to fill in spaces and stuff, and I just felt like I did a little too much with that. And there is borders in between some of these other ones where I was connecting them together, and everything, but I don't know. I was overthinking it anyway about it. So I ended up just being like, nope, just gonna put them together. And I literally did just put them together. But then I was so disappointed because I wanted to finish this project. I was excited to like finish this project. So I was like really busting it out, you know, getting it all together after having taken it apart and everything. And then I finished it, and I'm like holding it up and everything, and I'm like, this isn't done. This isn't done. It's not enough scrumbles. So I probably need a lot more scrumbles. And I was getting really stressed out about it and really upset about it. And my hubby's like, why don't you just treat it like a fun project where, like, you know, when you feel like it, you randomly make scrumbles and you add them onto it, and like don't put pressure on it. And I was like, no, like I want to finish it. I was like really like upset about it, and I was even like and I was overly tired too, so I was like so upset about it that I was just like, never mind, I'm not gonna do that project. Like I was just so upset about it. But I wasn't like complaining to him about it much. I did say like a few things, but mostly it was in my own head, sitting there staring at it and trying to figure out what the heck to do with this. But I'm like, okay, I put way too much pressure on it, you know? Why am I overthinking this? So I decided I am just going to make scrumbles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach them as I go for the most part. So instead of waiting until I have a whole bunch of them again to put them together, I think I will just make a scrumble and attach it on, or, you know, if I want to make a few of them, whenever I feel like attaching them on, I'm just going to attach them on, and that will also help a little bit with filling in gaps. Like for example, if I want to make my edge, like I don't mind it not being perfectly straight, because like this, for example, I think this is actually fun, but some edges might need filled in more, like if they're not straight at all. So like down here at the bottom, let's just say that was my edge. I might want to fill that in a little bit, you know, so that there wasn't such a big gap. And I can do that when I'm working on my scrumbles. If I'm just adding them as I go, I can be like, okay, I need something about yay big, and I'm gonna like do that with that goal in mind of making it that size. Or, you know, a shape like, oh, I need something kind of shaped like a rectangle of about this big. Let me just do whatever I want to do, and it kind of aimed for it to be a rectangle. But I don't know if I'll need to do that, but you know, I'll have that option. And then I'm also thinking, if luck of the draw happens again, I might do Freeform Crochet again for it and do my scrumbles like that again, because I really did like the weekly, like doing one a week type of thing. And I might even just do one a week like without having the luck of the draw. But I really did like having like that little unknown element to it, where it felt like a little bit of a challenge, like, okay, I have to use this color for this crumble. So we'll see. You know, I don't want to bite off another weekly like segment, because right now I have been feeling very overwhelmed, and like I almost need to like reset and start over on the things that I'm saying I want to do, and give myself a clean slate and then rebuild up what I want to do, because I just feel like I have so many things I want to do and then already commitments that I'm already doing. So that's something that I might talk about sometime soon. I just really need to think about how I want to do that, but I might kind of do like a little reset, wipe the slate clean, and then rebuild up what I'm doing regularly. I like to have structure, but I also don't like to have structure, because a lot of structure adds pressure to it, to like, you know, doing this on this day every week and things like that. So I need to find like a happy balance of having a little bit of structure, but not like overly committing myself to like regimented things. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you like it when like I have a specific thing I do on a specific day, and like really like planned out type stuff, or are you just like kind of going with the flow of whatever I post? I'm not really that great at sticking to things like that also, like making regimented things. I don't know. It takes like a measure of fun out of it, I feel like. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to update you on this, show you what it was looking like. I am happy now that I'm not, you know, overly tired and grumpy that it's not done. I am happy to see it all together. I do really like how it looks. And hubby like really wants me to make it into like a blanket anyway. When I was showing it to him, he was like, I love how that looks and I really want it to be a blanket. So that was kind of my push, that I'm going to make it into like probably like a throw size. Like I said, it could be a blanket, it could be a tapestry, it could be a, you know, throw over a couch or whatever. But I just am not feeling it as a shawl. I don't know. That was like my original idea, and I just kind of went with it. It was that it was going to be a shawl, and then I was like, why did I say it was going to be a shawl? Like, I'm not even like I don't wear shawls really. I'm more like, if I'm at the house, around the house, you know, wanting to wear something like that, I would probably more wear a blanket. So like, rather than trying to make it into like a triangle or something, I could just make it into like a blanket, you know. Maybe I'll make it into like a throw size, but like a little bit longer, so it could be like wrapped around you still, type of thing. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on with that. I'm gonna stop blabbing now. Let me know what you guys did this weekend, if you did anything fun, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye, guys.